United Workers' Party UWP National Mobilization Officer Nancy Charles has downplayed the significance of the newly renovated custody suites ahead of its official reopening.
Did any of the ministers call your show? Or did you hear them call any talk show anywhere and speak about those murders and condemn it and da-da-da? You heard anything about that? But you know what they're going to celebrate tomorrow, St. Lucia? They're going to celebrate opening custody suite, a holding cell.
The newly renovated custody suites officially opened on May 23, 2025, exactly 5 years after the former Alain Chasney-led administration ordered the controversial demolition of the original facility. On May 23, 2020, the site, along with the historic Royal Jail, later Her Majesty's Prison, and police installations, including the band room, were torn down, sparking public debate. The move also drew sharp criticism from the St. Lucia National Trust, which accused the then Chasney government of breaching a good faith agreement to preserve the historic structures.
You can't remember when National Trust came when the building was being damaged and came and say it's historical value. Anyway, let me not say that word on radio. Okay? Came and did protest and all kind of things and whatever. We didn't just break down custody suite for breaking down sake, Andre. We needed the halls of justice. You needed a new holding cell. You needed the new police station.
The St. Lucia Labour Party SLP has long criticized the 2020 demolition of the historic Royal Jail and adjacent police facilities as a costly misstep that left law enforcement without a proper mass detention facility, complicating due process for detention of suspects. However, Charles maintains the demolition was justified, citing her party's broader plan to construct a modern police headquarters and courthouse on the site. She dismissed the SLP's handling of the matter as lacking vision and foresight.
What is your government's policy direction towards crime? So you want to go and celebrate tomorrow because it's the 23rd of May and you came into office 23rd of May 1997. 28 shameless years. Nothing has changed in Masha. Absolutely nothing in Castries is as changed. But what are you going to celebrate? Custody suite, a holding cell? When everybody in St. Lucia knew why we broke it down. Cockroach, rat, no flushing toilet, because that was a hellhole.
So isn't it justified to spend that kind of money on custody suites?
On a holding cell? Mm-hmm. When the plan that the UWP have, why we broke it down, Andrew? We didn't break it down only because it was a hellhole, you know. We broke it down because we were going to build the halls of justice in that same area, and you would have a holding cell there at the same time.
The reopening marks a milestone for the St. Lucia Labour Party government, which has framed the reconstruction as part of its commitment to law enforcement support and infrastructure renewal. But more significantly, it would be a welcome development to policing and law enforcement in the city and St. Lucia writ large. However, the United Workers' Party, UWP, remains critical, arguing that the project veered sharply from their original vision of a cohesive halls of justice plan, an integrated approach to modernizing the island's justice system.